welcome everybody on today's episode of Between Two Spurs. Our good friend 5-0.
5-0. 3-2. What's up,
yeah. 3-2. First off, it's great to see you.
Yeah, no, I tell you what, it is good to see you, and we don't get to hang out enough. You're always on the golf course, and
yeah.
No, it's good to see you, man.
You know, first off, I got to get this out of the way because, when I see you, I never call you David. I mean, I don't know when I've called you David last or Dave. I call you either Big Fella, Big Dave, or 5-0. And what do you call me?
Well, I call you Shino.
Right.
I don't know if you stay in hotels under that alias anymore, but that used to be your little thing.
Yeah. So that's what I was getting to. So, I can't remember what your alias was on the road.
I used to go under my son's name, Corey Matthews.
Is that what Matthews?
Yeah. I switched it up sometimes, but if I didn't go under somebody else's name, my phone would be ringing all afternoon before the game. People would want to, come down and sign my autograph or come down and do this. And I'm trying to rest for the game, man. I'm trying to get ready. So we had to stay under the aliases.
It took me like 10 years of my career to figure that one out. Like, where was I? Like you and Tim, you figured it out like year one, day one. You figured it out, and I was always sitting there in my room taking my pregame nap, and the phone would ring, and it'd be some fan or somebody waking or a radio station waking me up in the middle of my pregame nap wanting to. And so that was smart.
Yeah, well, Timmy's a lot smarter than all of us. So he caught on real quick.
On, right? He catches on early. It took us a little while, but it's amazing to see. I did one of these with your boy Corey.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Corey said he talked to you.
You guys look, man. I swear he is a mini you.
Man, we got a similar personality. He's a little bit more quirky than me, but he's a lot of fun. I tell you, having the boys home right now. I mean, it's as tough as the situation has been on every front. Whether it's we do the schools with the IDEA Public School Network, and man, trying to get food to kids and seeing how it's impacting families. It's really difficult. My mom and dad are in town, but I can't even go over and see them because they're really high risk.
Right.
And so I FaceTime with them. I mean, there's a lot of tough parts to what's going on, but one of the good things is being able to spend time at home with my sons.
Oh, that's a blessing then. I mean, especially you boys. I mean, tell us what little David's doing.
little David. He's 20.
Big David, little David.
Yeah, he's 27 now, but he's little David is working with me actually. He's doing real estate things with a company called Blueprint Local now, and so doing a lot of community focused real estate, which is great. He's amazing. And so we've been doing that together for about a little over a year and a half.
Right.
Corey graduated from Notre Dame a couple of years ago. Now Corey's in New York City working for NBC. So, he's a media guy like you now. So
yeah.
He's trying to figure out how to produce content.
Right.
And then my youngest Justin is going to graduate from Duke Business School. Have his master's degree in May, and doesn't have any idea what he wants to do. I think he wants to try to still play a little more basketball. He kind of came on late with Duke, and now he feels pretty good.
I saw him. He blew up Carolina, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a
dropping
nice game.
bombs on him.
He was the secret weapon. Coach K was keeping him under wraps there for a little bit. But no, I mean, Justin's confidence slowly grew. Physically, it grew, but physically he got stronger, and he could always shoot the ball. But when you go to a place like Duke, you better be super aggressive. I mean, every day you're guarding Jason Tatum or Grayson Allen or Zion Williamson or R.J. Barrett. You better come out the gates firing, and so he learned that over the years.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, it's good to hear that your family's doing well, your boys are doing great, and even through all this, you get a chance to see them, but you're still active in the community. So I mean, honestly, big fella, I'd expect nothing less from you. So
Yeah.
good on you.
Well, thanks. You know, we've been blessed, Sean. This has been a great place to live, and San Antonio's, you know, treated us like we were, you know, born and raised here. So,
yeah.
you know, it's
well, why do you think I'm still here?
Yeah.
I'm
you came from Arizona. You had that sun and the
like Avery Johnson would say, I ain't no fool. Yeah, I mean, where am I going to go? So
yeah, no, you're right. It's been amazing, and this is the city. We watched the city grow together. You know, we see, you know, the downtown really changing. We see a lot of things happening, and this is, you know, it's just been an amazing place to live.
It really has. So tell me, you know, since we're all stuck at home and there's no sports on, I know that the Michael Jordan documentary has been running. Have you seen any of it, The Last Dance?
Yeah. I saw the first 2 shows, and it brought back a lot of memories, man. You know,
yeah,
all those guys. I played with just about every one of those guys, and wow, you know, it's funny to go back and kind of see all that drama that was going on at the time. And I'm glad that the young kids, I mean, even my own boys, didn't know about all that stuff. You know, they weren't there around, you know, Dream Team time, and they weren't there around, you know,
right.
all the Bulls time. So now they're getting to see how good those guys really were. And I think Dad gets a little more respect around the house, knowing I.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So now the young people can realize that the NBA didn't start when they arrived.
Yeah, it didn't start when Kobe and LeBron got here, you know. But
yeah.
no, you know, those, as great as those guys are, you know, I mean, you and I grew up kind of playing with Larry Bird and Magic and Michael Jordan, and you know, it was at such a high level when we came in. Winning a championship is so hard. We've been a little bit spoiled here in San Antonio because it just doesn't happen every place. And
right.
you know, when you're able to, you know, get to the highest level, it's an amazing deal.
So talk about that dream team a little bit, because I remember when you came back from the dream team, you had a lot of stories to tell. I mean, you had stories
yes.
for days. Talk a little bit about what it was like to be around all that talent, that level of talent. What were the practices like? That must have been.
Yeah. It was amazing. You know, just every day you go into practice, and everybody was, you know, it's like playing the best level of basketball. You know, you were just, the ball's moving real well, and everybody's trying, you know, at first everybody was trying to be too unselfish, you know. It was just everybody's overpassing but then, you know, I think Chuck Daly did a good job of really kind of corralling everybody and getting the egos in check and just saying, hey, we're going to just go play basketball. And you know, Michael and Magic, everybody just kind of said, okay, you guys just go ahead and, you know, take the lead, and the rest. I mean, anybody could have taken the lead. You know, it was a group of amazing group of people.
Like the all-time greats, for sure.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes you just got to say, okay, look, we're going to follow somebody. Who we're going to follow today? And those guys really did a great job kind of making sure the energy level was high in practice, making sure we didn't, you know, let anything slip through the cracks. Because, you know, can you imagine if we wouldn't have won that gold medal with that team?
Oh, I mean, no. I mean, there was no chance. I mean, you guys destroyed everybody. I had to think that the biggest opponent you guys faced were the other team, the other side in practice every day.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it was. And so, yeah, no, it was nice to be around guys that were that professional. And for me, you know, it taught me how important it was in practice every day to kind of bring that energy. I mean, you know, when I first got here, practice was not my favorite thing to do. But I think being in that experience, you know, helped me understand how important it is as a leader to really bring the best out of other people.
Oh, that's interesting. I know there had to be some points during those Dream Team practices where it got heated with all those, you know, just the amount of egos. I mean, it did. No,
I mean, in practice, you know, the interesting thing was that every day, you know, we'd get into some scuffles and stuff in the practices, but as soon as practice was over, it was over. I don't remember anyone carrying any of the stuff off the court. But when we were out there, no, people were talking trash, and, you know, they say stuff to you, you can't go left. Like, man, shut up. Well, you can't shoot, you know. And I mean, it was all kinds of stuff. So, you know, and it was, I mean, some of it would make you laugh, but some of it would make you cry too. we had Clyde Drexler, who, he was on that great Portland team that was so close to winning the championship.
Yeah.
But Michael Scotty let him know that they were far away from winning the championship. He was on them about, no, you guys, you couldn't do this, you couldn't do that, blah, blah, blah. So it got pretty personal in there.
Oh, that's amazing. Do you remember, how about some of our more memorable games, or if you can remember some of our games early on in your career? You remember
I remember me and you sitting at practice, laughing, thinking, what a job this is, man. We get to play for like 3 hours a day. And, this is, you come from college, you don't know what your job's going to be like. And, both of us came in same time and just we're having so much fun. It was just we knew how blessed we were. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty amazing. Well, do you remember our first game?
Was it Lakers?
Yes, it was.
Oh, okay. Yes. I kind of remember. I remember being a little bit shell-shocked when Magic and, James Worthy, those guys came in. And I was like, oh,
of course.
Wait a second. Am I supposed to dominate these guys? I'm going to be happy if I make a bucket today.
That's exactly how I felt walking on the court. It was like, wait a minute. Like, couldn't we open up with, I don't know, the Phoenix Suns or Golden State? Because at that point,
hey, anyone else, yeah.
And it was Magic and James Worthy at center court. Do you remember that night you had 23 and 17?
Wow. I don't remember it. It was I vaguely remember it, but it was a whirlwind. I mean, I remember that first year. I mean, being out there against Boston and seeing Larry Bird, I switched out on him. He was at the top of the key. I came out to guard him, and he looked at me and he's like, "This is all in your eye, David," and pulled up and shot the ball. And I was like, "Is he talking trash to me?" Larry Bird is talking trash to me.
Well, of course. That dude, I think I was a rookie, and I was on the free throw line. It had to be my rookie year, and I made a free throw, but it kind of swirled around and fell in. He looked at me, and he said, "You're going to take that?" And I said, well, do I have a choice?
Well, he was running around shooting the ball with both hands. I remember he came in the lane and shot some left-handed thing, like a half-hook shot, and I thought to myself, what in the world? Who shoots that shot? But he was, he could make those types of shots.
Yeah, he did. Hey, let me ask you about this. How about some of more memorable plays that your teammates have made throughout the years?
Yeah, well, obviously the biggest one is that first championship when Avery Johnson hit that jump shot. I mean, I was really happy for him. Everybody had always talked about, oh, he's not a shooter, but you do what you have to do when the time comes. And, he made such a huge shot. That's one of those shots that will forever define your career. I don't care what else you do.
Yeah.
You make that shot and you're forever remembered as a guy who's just a clutch guy who can make a shot and a competitor. So, Avery did a lot, played for a long time, and coached and did well. But that's the one thing I'll remember Avery for.
Yeah, because people were maligning him, and I've talked about that for years. Where people talked about what Avery couldn't do, but they forgot about what he could do.
People say you can't win a championship with that guy as your point guard. Well,
that was
Avery showed everybody. We just won a championship with me as a point guard.
Well, I also contend that we won the championship because of Avery. Because obviously we had you and we had Timmy, and so we had a distinct advantage. But Avery brought the fire every day in practice.
Yeah, no, that kind of focus, you can't buy that kind of focus. Every day, Avery's coming in, he's like, look, you got to get your A game on. Do you know the next 6 games? Yeah. This is what we're doing, and this is where we're going. And
he was like a drill sergeant.
Fired up.
Yeah, he'd never let us take a day off.
Yeah.
He was insane.
No, you got to have that energy.
So I know one play that I'll never forget. And, these guys, my guys in the background wanted me to ask you about the Memorial Day Miracle because if you remember, big fella, that play was designed for me to throw the ball into you in the low block.
You know what? I expected nothing different from you, Sean. That's it. I'm just saying.
You just knew I was going to shoot it, huh?
But you know what? the thing I always loved about you, man, was your confidence. I don't even know. You were always underrated as a shooter. I don't think people understood, how great you were as a shooter. And, you were a great slasher. You could do a lot of things. But, boy, I would have taken your jump shot from three-point range over anybody I knew in the league because I saw you every day make those shots in practice. So, believe me, I wasn't mad when you took that shot.
Big Phil, I was joking before you got on with my producers. I said, if I had missed that shot now, Pop would have traded me back to Detroit. But they were like, oh, big fella, Dave would have gotten the rebound and put it back, so it would have been all good.
Oh, man. No, that was a special moment. Obviously, in our franchise history, it was kind of a turning point. If you look at all the times when we've been close and we've had good teams, turning that game around really it was really the mark of turning this franchise into the championship franchise that it has become.
Yeah, I mean, you obviously you remember the history like I do. Our first year, we should have beaten Portland in Game 7.
We were right there.
We had them. The next year, Golden State got us. The third year, you were hurt. And Phoenix swept us out. We didn't have you in that series. Fourth year, Charles hits that shot, and we were close to Phoenix. Maybe they're a little bit better and put together than we were. So it was always, we had our chances with then Houston and Utah in 94, 95, 95, 96. And so to finally get over the hump I think it was a big deal for us. And for the team.
It's hard. I mean, people – when you have that little glass ceiling, and you're banging into that ceiling, we win 56 games, 56 games my rookie year.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, we're so close. We're right there.
Yeah, everybody said the next year we were going to the finals. That's what everybody wrote, that the young Spurs ball club, we're going to the finals next year. We got bounced in the first round.
It is not that easy, to figure out what it takes to get over that hump. And, we found out it was just as simple as drafting a kid named Tim Duncan. But
that helped a lot.
But no, we were, we spent a lot of time, trying to figure it out. And so, you and I, probably as much as anybody, could appreciate what it took to get that 99 championship.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's awesome, big fella. I don't want to take up any more of your time. I do want to
because I'm so busy right now. We're all at home doing nothing.
I do want to commend you on your staying at home and social distancing. But you know how I can tell.
How's that? Oh yeah.
we both
probably. You come over here. Well, I'll cut your hair. You can cut my hair.
Yeah. Well, I want you to know, Big Fit. Well, let me ask you one more thing. Are you watching anything? Are you binge watching anything while you're in? What do you do with your time besides working? I mean, you can't work the whole time you're at home.
Well, but I have the three boys are home. So I'm helping Corey do content. David Jr.'s got me on calls every day with real estate. We've got Admiral Capital, so I'm on those calls. So we've got a lot of stuff. I mean, the stuff is still happening. I'm not really watching a lot of things. I'm trying to stay active. So I play, musical instruments, or I got into woodworking last year, and so now I make things in my little wood shop.
I saw something like that. You were offering for charity. You were offering some of your work.
Part of a package for the All In Challenge. I said I'll make a custom little cutting board for the winner of the challenge, and I think it's doing okay. That little package, the Spurs put, we'll have the suite at the game, Spurs game, and Pop and RC and Tim all agreed to spend some time with our winner. So, kind of a cool little package. And, I get to throw in a little cheese board. So that'll be fun.
A little cheese board. Hey, I want a cheese board. I want a 5-0. That's like a collector's.
You know what? I try to do them, and I sign them. And there's only been a handful. Like Valerie's friends are the ones, my wife's friends are the only ones who have gotten my little collection.
I want one of those. That thing's going to appreciate.
Yeah.
You can work some money in a couple years.
Yeah, you'll appreciate it when you put a nice piece of cheese on there and have a glass of your.
That's what I was going to get to. Like, I know that Corey's opening up a nice bottle every evening, a bottle or two.
Man, oh man. Well, these men around here, yeah, they have their own their own things going. But yeah, no, it's been a blast having them. And Corey is quite knowledgeable about a little bit of everything, and he's our like a little sommelier around here. So
yeah,
it's very interesting.
He's like a savant. He's like a Renaissance man.
Yeah.
Really.
Oh man.
So I told him, by the way, your story on the plane where you and Avery were arguing with us that Jesus drank non-alcoholic wine.
Oh man, see, he came home with that, and I told him, I said,
you wondered where he got it from.
No way. I told Sean and Avery that he drank non-alcoholic wine.
Oh yeah. Oh, I remember that. We were the whole plane was on you guys.
Oh,
remember that?
Man. Yeah, you know what? I'm wrong. I'm wrong about a lot of stuff, but that one I'm almost sure is that's just there's no way I said that.
I'm gonna have to get Doc Rivers on one of these because I'm sure Doc was on that.
Man, see, that's just like you stir up some mess. It's not even right. That's not even right.
Hey, big fella, I want you to know that I appreciate you, man. This city appreciates you, and the Spurs fans. You're always going to be number one with them. And so,
it's a blessing.
Thanks for your time, man. I know that you got your family there, you got things to do, but I really appreciate you, and it's great to see you.
Well, thanks, John. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's great catching up, and I can't wait till we get basketball back, sports back. I mean, this stuff is it's hard. My wife loves to watch sports, and so now she's like, "Will you watch like home makeover shows with me?" I'm like, "Oh, I gotta have some sports."
Those are great. Those are great. You gotta watch some of those. Little House Hunter, little.
Man,
Property Brothers. We've been watching. We're all Property Brothered out right now.
Hey,
how about if you get something time for like Netflix, tell your boys Ozark it's kind of racy, but boy, Ozark,
huh?
It's one of the best shows I've seen in a while.
We've been doing family movie night, and now the last two things we've seen are on the Disney network. We saw the Disney nature shows, one with the dolphins, which was really good, and one with the penguins, which was really good. So that's actually been pretty fun. And
Ozark might be something you might not want to watch.
a little different.
Yeah. A little different than Disney.
It's not like the little penguins waddling around. Yeah. Like, he didn't protect his eggs.
Not exactly.
All right. Well, we'll approach it with caution. All right.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Hey, I appreciate you, brother. All right.
Well, thanks. Have a good one, buddy.
So be good. All right. All the best to your family.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Sean.